Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Whose Online Is It Anyway, where the props masters are made up and the real bullets don't matter. I'm Toxic Male, and sitting across from me with a quizzical look on his face and I'm hoping there's alcohol in his mug, Terrence Popp.
What's up, you bunch of filthy faggots?
Banned.
Banned right off the bat.
Right off the bat, banned. I hope you guys like the new look of the show. I decided to experiment and do a little bit of redesigning. See what you guys think as we go through the night.
Yeah, and we have some crazy-ass shit to go over.
Yeah. So how you feeling today, Pop? Any better?
Yeah, I'm improving. I'm improving.
Yeah. It's a slow roll.
Well, I don't know, man. I've had a fever, and it's gone now.
Yeah.
But, like, for me to get a fever, it's serious shit.
Yeah.
I almost never get a fever. So
And you run a little bit cooler thanks to your thinking meat.
Yeah. That was
stuff, right?
Well, it was a thalamus injury, and the way the doctor explained it to me is if my brain had healed and I was running too hot, they would retire me on the spot.
Oh, fun.
But I was running my temperatures like 97 to 96.5 right in there, and it's lower now. It used to be normal before.
Yeah.
So for me to get like even like a 99-degree temperature is the equivalent of like a normal person with a 102. And if I pop a 102,
You got to go to the hospital.
Well, I wouldn't say go to the hospital, but when it gets that high, I'm like, I should probably
Calls
not.
for concern.
I should not fuck around because I might die.
You might. Yeah.
I put myself on the protocol, and I'm doing much better. So if it is, the coof or the sloof or whatever, I should be fine. I'll just ride it out.
Bringing it right on over here to me, man. That's what friends are for, I guess.
Okay, man, you already had it.
I know.
I'm fine.
You already had it. Yeah, that's,
Well,
that's how these chicks justify sleeping with their friends' exes, right?
Total cocks.
You already had it. Oh my God.
Yeah, my thing is this though. It's like I've been feeling under the weather since Vegas, so I'm wondering if it's been a long haul thing for me.
Oh, I mean, given all your other issues, from burn pits,
Oh, yeah.
all that other shite.
Yeah, I'm always
Ghost
coughing
children.
and discongested because of burn pit damage. So I don't really know if I'm like, am I really fucked up or am I just average fucked up? I don't know.
You typically come over just sounding like emphysema.
Yeah.
So.
What can I do?
Munging.
And also, like this time of the year when it shifts from like summer to start getting colder. Like for instance, on Monday if it's 70 degrees, I'm great.
Yeah.
On Tuesday, if it's 40 degrees, I'm fucked up. I literally feel like there's broken glass in my joints and my fucking back kills, and I have pain shooting down my back. I'm like, this fucking blows, man.
Getting old sucks, man.
It does, especially when you beat the shit out. Now I know how. Well, I'm not as bad as Evel Knievel, but I did beat my body up pretty bad.
Oh, I can only imagine if Evel Knievel had made it to like super old age, how screwed up he would be.
Oh yeah, he was royally fucked anyway. I mean, that's what you get when you jump the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it could be worse. You could get shot by Alec Baldwin. Segue.
Well, first, before we get into this,
Okay.
I just want to say, I royally dislike Alec Baldwin, but I do not want to see anyone that I dislike to that level kill anyone accidentally.
No.
Number two, my heart goes out to the family of the woman who was killed. I don't know her political affiliations. I don't care. You shouldn't go to work and I'm just filming today, and then you get a call like, your mom's dead. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You're working on a movie set. It's supposed to be like ultra safe.
Pretend. Yeah. It's okay. The guns are fine. They're pretend.
Yeah.
Like the one that we got up there.
Yeah, these are all plastic molded.
Yep.
Guns. They're not real. So
lube it up with some Vaseline, and
well, I'm sure
somebody who doesn't need a man will have a good time.
You could use it for that, I guess. But yeah, so I'm going to say that right now. All right. For those of you that don't know this, and I write about this in my book, if you are a soldier or Marine or somebody who stands in the front line, and you are armed, you are the arbiter between life and death. All right? It's very important that you realize it. It's not a toy. This is real fucking shit. And this weapon, not this particular one, but a real weapon, yeah, you can use it to kill people. But what you don't understand is not only does it destroy your target, but you at the same time. So use it sparingly because it adds up. And that's just a lot of explaining you're going to have to do when you get to the other side and you stand before the man.
True story. Let's take a look at some of these early super chats tonight, Pop. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Got one from Polska Bob. Gentlemen, beer monies. Gentlemen, my lawyer hosed the DUI officer on the stand. Not guilty of my alleged DUI that I got the night before Trump took office. Guys never blow. Take the fifth and get a good lawyer. I'll be at the bar later. Outstanding, sir.
Golf clap. Now listen, man. I'm going to have to chastise you. If you're drinking, don't drive your fucking car.
Oh, amen to that. Yeah.
Now, of course, you were completely innocent. Gotcha. I'm not pointing fingers. I'm just saying, if you're doing some of this, don't do any of this. Do this. Come get my drunk ass. Help me.
Please.
Okay, listen, I've got lots of calls throughout my entire career, and I picked up many soldiers from bars on the side of the road. Hell, I've even bailed them out of fucking jail.
I mean, it is easier now to avoid drunk driving than it ever has been. You got Uber, you got Lyft, you got cabbies, you got on OnlyFans hooers. Like, you can call anybody you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I knew I used to pick up soldiers from the Southfield PD. Let's see, Oakland County Sheriff, Macomb County Sheriff.
All the sheriffs.
Detroit. Oh, my God. And here's the funny part. On 4 different occasions, I went to Detroit to pick up guys who were in the drunk tank. You know, drinking, disorderly. One of them was DWI.
I'm sure you never did that.
Oh, I did all kinds of drunken disorderly. I just never had a DWI. And literally, I mean, I show up there, I'm in uniform, and this guy's like, they're letting a dude out. He goes, man, you in trouble. Your sergeant here. He's going to fuck you up. And I was like, it's pretty much what's going to happen. Get in the car.
We got a hamster in the chat letting us know that Susan is messing with the chat tonight. All I have to say to that is smells like Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, whatever.
It does happen.
You know what? We're not a big enough channel to attract that woman's attention yet. So.
Well,
we would be if they didn't keep fucking our subs. But
it's all Susan. Patriot of the West, Odin, blessed gentleman, working on my novel, thinking about making Pop's namesake his great-great-grandson, and one of the immortals, the main character, takes with him from the last days of World War III to the stars.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Go for it, dude.
I don't think we're going to make it to the stars because we're evil hairless monkeys. We're really good at making weapons, and we really like using them on each other.
Yeah. K to the Swiss. Oh, Christ. Then you got these guys. Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah.
L. Snows with a $20 donation. Thank you so much, good sir. Guys, check out the YouTube channel of Thomas Gast. He's an ex-French Foreign Legion officer. His stories of being a soldier are similar to Pop's. Also, both of you discuss fatherlessness. Would be A+ to see you collaborate.
Yeah.
Let me know. We can reach out to him. Why the hell not?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
If you have his contact information, email to redonkulas12@gmail.com. See what I can do.
K to the Swiss again. Sun-baked beagle ears and worn-out wizard sleeves.
Oh.
And scotchy chingos.
Oh. Just scabies.
You're describing date night with Amy Horton.
Can you imagine that? Scabies with the tobacco purses with nipple fodder. That's just horrible.
Or herpes spaghetti.
Oh, God, I wanted to forget that one.
Well, let's just move on then, shall we? All right, here we go. Just in, Alec Baldwin accidentally shoots and kills crew member on movie set. This was just a few days ago on the set of his new Western Rust in Santa Fe, New Mexico. According to Deadline, Baldwin discharged a prop gun that killed one member and injured another. The fatal shooting is currently under investigation.
All right.
Obviously, this is the preliminary one. The person in question who got evicted from her meat suit is Helena Hutchins. Died not long after being transported to the hospital. And from what I understand, the director, Joel Souza, is in critical condition.
Yep. Well, I believe she was hit with a 45 caliber long Colt, which is a serious fucking caliber. Pretty much kill anything. And
Yeah.
a prop gun doesn't shoot real bullets.
It's not supposed to. But
Just
there were
saying.
some shenanigans on set, and we're going to be getting to that shortly.
Listen. All right. Now I'm just gonna go back to my military days. I've run hundreds of ranges, maybe thousands in 30 some odd years.
Okay.
All right. You cannot have live ammo and blank ammo on the range at the same time. You can't do it. Like if you're gonna do all your blank shit, you bring on the blank ammo. You leave the live ammo on the vehicle, or you don't even have it at the range. You load it up. You do your thing. If you're going to do live ammo after that, you need to gather up all the blanks, all the brass, clear everyone's weapons, make sure it's all good to go, put them in line, issue out ammo, and start over. That's the way it should be done. And there's also there should be personal responsibility. Somebody hands you a weapon, always check to see if it's loaded.
Yeah.
And don't ever point it at anyone.
That is actually the next article. Hollywood gun expert, or weapons expert, I should say, Alec Baldwin ignored the #1 rule of gun safety. He failed to follow that rule, and that is loaded or unloaded, a weapon never gets pointed at another human being.
Okay, now.
Even on a film or TV set, he said, "You never let the muzzle of a weapon cover something you don't intend to destroy."
I am 70% agreeing with that statement.
Okay.
In Hollywood, where they film people shooting at each other, there's going to be some pointing at human beings. That's just the way it goes.
Well, yes, but when you're just
fucking around,
no,
it's called. No. Listen, there's probably been about a half dozen times having to slap soldiers down for flagging other soldiers with their weapons.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing?
Mm-hmm. It says the weapon was declared cold by a crew member, while specific details of the shooting remain unclear and are under investigation, including the trail of events that put the weapon in Baldwin's hands. Nevertheless, Carpenter said the weapon handled by Baldwin was obviously pointed at another human being. In fact, two.
I thought that he was the guy who was wounded was released from the hospital. How old is that article?
This only happened a few days ago.
I thought he was already treated and released.
Well, if the other guy, the director was in critical condition when he was taken to the hospital, so I would be very surprised if he was released by now.
Okay, well, yeah. The reports I got on the one that was killed is she was a almost direct center mass shot around the belly button area, and it severed her spinal cord. Ooh. And then she bled out.
Damn.
Yeah, listen, that's a serious weapon, man. A 45 long Colt. You can kill buffalo with that thing, man.
Yeah. And the irony just keeps compacting, because Alec Baldwin is one of Hollywood's most anti-gun demagogues. He's also very anti-police. Unless, of course, it's his own armed personal security, then that's totally fine.
It's totally fine. Yeah. First of all, listen. How many times can I say this? All right, listen. We're all evil, hairless monkeys.
We even had a mug made about it.
All right? Evil, hairless monkeys. We all want more shit. We're all greedy. All right? Bad shit fucking happens. You have to have the right to defend yourself. Period.
Yep.
And it is what's that word for given by God? Inalienable? The right to self-defense?
Inalienable human rights.
That's right. You should have the right to self-defense.
Yep. Well, Alec Baldwin doesn't think so.
Fuck
Strangely enough, somebody who's anti-gun, who's killed more people than probably 99% of all gun owners. So I see that there's an old tweet of his here. I see that D. Loesch wants to take back the truth, and she doesn't care how many dead bodies she has to step over in that pursuit. The Second Amendment is not a moral credit card that buys you all the guns you want. Actually, it is. That law needs to be rethought.
Yeah. Shall not be infringed, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, you're probably going to get a criminal charge, and you'll probably beat that because you're Hollywood.
Yeah, if he was anyone but Alec Baldwin, he would already be held in custody.
He's going to get creamed in civil court.
Yep.
He's going to get creamed.
And he should.
Yep.
This is my favorite part, though. If you have to pick a single tweet that has aged catastrophically bad.
Yep.
Alec Baldwin, I wonder how it must feel to wrongfully kill someone during an anti-cop rant from 2017. Well, now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
You're such a dick.
That's what I'm here for, man.
Dude, that was good shit right there. Now, first of all, how old is he now?
63, if memory serves.
He's not aging well at all.
No, he's aging.
By the time this is all over, he's going to look at 83.
Yeah. And, of course, there's been some, the memes coming out of this have just been fantastic. But hang on. But let me just say this. If there's any justice in the world, when Donald Trump finally launches his new Truth Social media platform, he will launch it with a video where he is dressed up as Alec Baldwin playing Rambo, gunning down Haitian migrants.
I would love to see that.
That would be fantastic. And hilarious.
That would be great. I hope we get a chance to be a presence on that social platform, man. That'd be great.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't get, DDoS attacked into the fucking Stone Age.
In the beginning.
Right
Come on, it's going to happen.
Well, what I'm worried about, like in the preliminary time where it first launches, is that you're going to have a lot of people who are going to try to hack the site, grab a whole lot of private data because they're going to want to try to identify MAGA people. And
I got you.
You could wind up with some problems.
Well, all right. First of all, I'm a conservative, libertarian, and I'll probably be on that list. So if you do hack them and find my name, you're not surprised.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Before we do this,
what do you expect? I just have to ask. What do you expect?
What is my rule on bright colors in nature?
They usually indicate poisonous animals.
It's a warning flag from Mother Nature saying, stay the fuck away from me.
Yes.
And here we go.
If you are curious what the person who is supposed to be in charge of weapons on the set of this low-budget independent film looks like, whether or not they were qualified, feast your eyes.
Here we go.
The inexperienced armorer from Alec Baldwin's Rust once allegedly gave an unchecked gun to a child. Ouch. And, okay, I've been with chicks who have tongue piercings before, but is there any reason for two? Are you planning on two sausages in your mouth at the same time?
Listen, I have no idea what's going on out in the professional world. But there is no fucking way I would show up to a job interview with two different colored hair and a bunch of hardware hanging off my face.
Ugh.
It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, women who look like they fell down a flight of stairs carrying fishing tackle, just check out of the dating pool right now.
It doesn't make you more attractive. I'm sorry. It doesn't.
Ugh. And this is where we get into some real interesting stuff here. An investigation is ongoing into the tragic shooting death of the on the set of Alec Baldwin's Rust, which, by the way, he is the producer on.
Yes.
The actor shot what he thought was a prop gun and accidentally killed the cinematographer. Since then, we've heard stories about budget cuts, union drama, and irresponsible handling of firearms. Now we're hearing lead armor Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. If you got a hyphen in it, you automatically got problems.
Yep.
Was inexperienced and once gave an unchecked firearm to an 11-year-old. Good times. I mean, I see nothing bad coming from hiring a person who looks like this.
Yeah.
Clearly, they take their professional career very seriously.
I have no idea why the hell you're even hiring people like that. If you have somebody who's going to be handling weapons, you want to hire like a vet who's handled weapons, or a Marine or something.
Yet we have another victim of Hollywood nepotism. Hannah is the daughter of experienced Hollywood armorer Thel Reed. Prior to her first gig on The Old Way with Nick Cage, she questioned if she was ready for the job, saying that loading blanks was the scariest thing to her. Hannah then realized it's a pretty sweet gig. Of her new career, Hannah told the podcast, "It's a really badass way to start off a really long and cool career, I'm hoping."
Not so much.
I was really nervous about it at first, and I almost didn't take the job because I wasn't sure if I was ready, but doing it, it went really smoothly.
She's going to get sentenced to 7 years. She's going to do 3.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it's going to go because she's a chick.
And yet, on the set of that film was when she gave the unchecked weapon to an 11-year-old actress. So not so smooth.
How hard is it to check to see if it's loaded?
I mean, you would think. Holy cow. What do you say to that? That's her first gig, and she was allowed to go on to her second.
Yeah. Listen, just because your father was good at something doesn't mean you are.
Amen to that.
All right. We have not had active apprenticeship program in this United States for quite some time.
Yep.
There's a few trades that still do it to a degree, but that's an old European way, and it's gone by the wayside. So,
yeah. I mean, the more we learn about this stuff too, the crazier it gets. I'm going to bring up here. This is an actual text conversation that occurred. This is just crazy here. Hey, so I'm talking with the crew from that Alec Baldwin shooting. There were major safety issues going on weeks already, and they all got together and quit the movie. Only ones that stayed were the DP that got killed and the director. The new crew was just days old. But the safety complaints were from weeks back and going on daily. I'm guessing, because I've seen it before, they had live ammo for shooting between takes just for fun, and just maybe got live rounds in the mix somehow. Again, this is just me talking with people that were there and knowing what I've seen in the past. Big mess, and I'm pretty sure the armorer on this will be charged big time.
Yeah. And, so the people that were working the show, they weren't union. Were they scabs?
Yes, they were scabs, essentially. And guess who's in charge of hiring all those people as the producer of the film?
Dude, he's on the hook for everything.
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. Well, first of all, he's producing, right?
Yes.
Why the fuck does he have a gun and pointing it at anyone, period?
He shouldn't.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's not even acting.
No.
What does he have the walk around? Hey, motherfuckers. Listen, man. If you point a gun at me, I'll fuck you up.
Yes.
Period. Because that's serious shit, man.
Yeah. And you'll notice that a lot of people are talking about the armorer. You know, to everyone else on the mainstream media is poor Alec Baldwin. Oh, he cried when it happened. I'm sure he did.
I would.
But he was also angrily waving a frickin' gun around the set.
Yeah.
And firing it, obviously.
Listen, if you want to point guns at people, get a water gun.
But get
a Nerf gun.
All right. If you guys don't have a shot of something, you're going to need it after seeing this tweet. Now, ordinarily, when something like this happens, there's always some bizarre theory that comes to light that makes you question your sanity.
Yeah.
For me, this one is it.
All right. Oh, this is all right. The blame and shame is going to begin, right?
From Johannes Velterop on Twitter. Might the prop gun have been secretly loaded with real bullets by a Trump supporter to punish Alec Baldwin for his Trump parodies? It should be a line of inquiry.
All right. Now, didn't I say blame and shame?
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Let's just get started here.
Wow.
That man there is responsible for hiring everyone.
Yep.
So if he secretly hired somebody who was in that camp of the right who wanted to sabotage this, it's his fault.
Yep.
All right. Number 2, you can blame everyone you want, but at the end of the day, somebody's in the hospital and somebody's at the morgue.
Yep.
Because all the sorries in the world don't call back bullets.
I mean, you could try,
You can't.
but all you're doing is giving your position away.
Pretty much.
Oh, shit.
I hope I don't age as fucked up as this guy.
Well, I mean, like, it's not like he's a bad actor or anything. He's not.
No, he's not.
Glenn Ross is. I mean, he got an Oscar nomination for being on screen 7 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, he's a good actor.
And when you leave that movie, that's the guy you're thinking about.
Yeah.
You know, he's clearly a dude who knows his craft, which is why when he's devastated and crying afterwards, can you really take him seriously?
Well, first of all, if somebody tells me they're an actor, I don't believe anything they have to say.
Why would you? They pretend for a living.
That's right. They are professional deceivers. I'd be like, okay. It's like having a whore tell you she loves you. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, sure thing, Kazumi. I totally believe you.
Yeah, milk the meat straw and be on your way.
Kazumi squirts.
Oh, you fucker. Bastard.
Oh, no, we already saw her. Hang on.
Next one.
There we go. This is not Alec Baldwin's first rodeo with his temper.
No.
If you guys don't remember this, you're about to get a free crash course here. Alec Baldwin was arrested in 2018 in New York for assault.
Well, you can get arrested in New York for assault for just about anything.
Well, apparently,
did he actually?
He punched a dude in the face over a parking dispute.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry, but men should be allowed to punch each other in the face.
And in
October, should bring back dueling.
That's very true. But also in October of 1995, he was arrested for allegedly assaulting a photographer for taking footage of his wife, Kim Basinger, and their new child. Dude, you're really going to get mad at a photographer for taking a picture of your wife and kids? Have you seen your wife's movies?
Yeah. Well, it all depends.
Dude, I could draw Kim Basinger's tits from memory.
It's content.
I understand.
If the dude's across the street taking pictures, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
If he runs up and invades your personal space, and I could see pushing the guy off. I mean, I would do the same.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, there is rumors around Hollywood that people don't like to work with him because he does have anger control problems.
Clearly, I mean,
Those are rumors, of course.
Anyone who says the kind of shit that he has said about police, the Second Amendment, and now pulling the kind of crap that he has, dude, you're an actor. Just shut up.
Jesus Christ.
No one really wants your opinion. And this meme, I think, sums it up better than all of them. Oh, and Susan, if you are watching and screwing with the chat, you're about to get really pissed. I've killed more people than all January 6 protesters. Change my mind.
That's hardcore, man.
Where's your sad button? You got it over there. You got your sad trombone.
Let's see.
Sorry, Mr. Baldwin, but hey, when you play pretend for a living, people aren't going to take you seriously even when bad shit happens.
I severely dislike him. But I still wouldn't wish him accidentally killing anyone. I mean, that's
no. You would never wish that on anybody.
Yeah, and the whole thing's a travesty.
That would be what's it called? A bad form.
Yeah, the whole thing's it's dishonorable. It's travesty. It sucks.
Bad form. So I want to jump into some super chats. What do you say, good sir?
Yeah, let's knock a few
Any final
out.
thoughts on Alec Baldwin before we move on?
Well, other than he's a fucking turbo asshole and
clearly has an attitude control problem.
Well, he might have to do some time in the big house for this.
I doubt that very much, just because he's rich. I mean, if the last year and some change has taught us anything, with these 5 Democrat governors guilty of virtual genocide and Lord knows what else, the right people never get punished.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to agree with you.
Ugh. Jail. All right. Ghost in the System donated. Hey, Pop, did you get a chance this summer to try out the hammock I sent you?
I did go out to my property and set up some stuff and hang out for a while. So yeah, I used it. It's good.
Jail.
So
Jail. Cliff 3188 saying it now. What happened is why you don't hire based on identity. She identified as a prop master and got someone killed. Bring meritocracy back. Thank you, Cliff 3188.
that's absolutely correct.
And for the donation, Reaper01, flying vaginal spaghetti. I can dodge that.
I remember when I said that, you were laughing your ass off.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Jail. Thumper the sweaty fat guy. What did she know about Hillary? Strange you mention that. Because there actually has been a connection to a Latham and Watkins lawyer in this whole shebang. I mean, of course, that's like Charlie Day doing his conspiracy theory thing with the map and the the stuff, and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But I'm just saying.
Yep. I don't know, man.
At the end of the day, I don't know. That woman has so many skeletons in her closet, and all of them have 2 shots in the back of the head, and they all allegedly self-deleted.
Well, first of all of the D&D people out there will understand what I'm going to say. That bitch is a lich.
Yes, she is.
She is a high-level magic user who is cheated death to stay on the earth. Because obviously she's a walking corpse. Just saying, that woman's a lich.
Just
in my professional
just
opinion.
Looking at her now, man, I'm just like, ugh. And the older Chelsea gets, the more she looks like her mother.
Yeah. Pick the meat off the bone ugly and then hit every ugly stick on the way down.
Damn, man. That's one way to make your Peg D dive for the deck. Look at a picture of Chelsea Clinton.
That's an ugly-looking woman.
Ugh. The combat mechanics, same thing goes for munitions. You cannot mix inert munitions with live munitions, period.
That's absolutely correct.
Especially if you hire a props master that's on her period.
Well, you're going to get fucked up.
Sean Cousins with a $10 donation. Dad always said the standards for the Army 45 cal sidearm all the way back to the Civil War was it needs to be powerful enough to kill a horse.
Yeah. I mean, a horse is a big animal, and back in the day when you had cavalry, it's easier to shoot the horse than the dude.
Yep.
And then you kill the dude on the ground. He falls off his horse.
Bad news bears.
That's why after like a major battle in the Civil War, it was like a whole field of twitching horse meat because they killed thousands of horses in those battles.
I bet that smelled great.
A couple days later, not so much.
Not so much. Smooth criminal. I left crossed a lieutenant for flagging everyone at the range.
Yeah, I've tore down. Here's a good story from my All right, we're coming in to Abu. I was at Victory for the day. It was like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, local time. And I'm going up to the clearing barrel. A clearing barrel is a barrel full of gravel and sand. And you take out the mag from your weapon, rack the action to make sure there's nothing in it, and then pull the trigger. I'm walking up, and there's this lieutenant colonel. He's a doctor. Lily walks up to the clearing barrel. Bang! She clears it. Bang! Clears it. Bang! And I'm like, whoa! All right. Hey, whoa! Stop! And I walk up, and I gently grab the pistol out of his hand, and I'm like, okay. And I unload it, clear it, put it in my pocket. And he's like, hey, that's my weapon. Yes, sir, it is. Send your commander to come get it because you are an unsafe motherfucker, sir. He was, give me my weapon now. I will not.
I will not.
He had to send a full bird colonel the next day, had to come from Victory proper on the convoy to get his 9mm from me. He was not happy. He was all pissed off. Hey, I'm sorry. He had 3 accidental discharges in a fucking row. I'll win. I'll fuck everyone up.
Yep.
Don't arm that man again because he's an idiot.
Yep.
So.
Wow.
True story.
True story. All right. I've been hearing that we're having some glitches on YouTube. If that is the case, let me know, gentlemen. I will start slapping some of the new tech links there in the chat so you guys can jump on over there. We apologize if there's any issues, but according to what I'm looking at, it's not us.
Not us.
You know what that means.
We're getting fucked with.
How you doing, Susan? You hooer.
You twitchy coochie bitch.
Twitchy coochie.
Diddle to your piddle.
Pine again. Alec Baldwin singing to prison warden. Will you still keep me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? No.
At most, he'll do 2 years.
If that.
Yeah.
Cabrigoncabulous with a $9.99 donation. Screen Actors Guild mandate every actor or staff who performs with firearms go through NRA firearms class. Period. Maybe Hollywood should respect Second Amendment just a little.
I'm going to be honest. I love the NRA. I respect them as an organization. But they have gone off in the weeds in the past 5 years. And they are not the end-all, be-all to gun safety.
Yeah.
Right. Some places to get some pointers on gun safety as, I don't know, the Marine Corps and the Army. Because that's what they fucking do. Just saying.
Yeah. It is what they do. Steel. Let's go, Hollywood. Let's just start it up in the chat. You know you want to. Let's go, Brandon. All right.
I got a homo suspicion point for that one.
Yeah, it could be worse. I mean, you could have the actual clap.
Gonorrhea. No. What is the actual clap? Is that like gonorrhea or gonorrhea light? Or is that super gonorrhea? Is it some new shit with those like big sores that are coming out and people's shit over in England?
You could ask Riggs.
Yeah,
We're going to talk about that later.
He's probably over there doing that.
He probably is. Chris Kelly with a donation and a little wavy emoji face. Thank you, sir. Travis Wolf. Hey, Pop and Blake, you guys are 2 for 2 for a great show on Saturday. Yeah, she will have one thing forever from that spicy party, a box full of Starburst.
Oh, God. Don't do it. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. No, I won't.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
I'm not going to kill you.
Shout out to the website that I was able to actually rip all of the content for the uncut version that was put out there for Patreon, Subscribestar, and Locals users. So if you guys want a little more of an idea of what's going on with Kazumi Squirts, you guys can join up and check that out. I was very conservative about using some of her more recent content because, yeah,
You're talking about
there are things that you don't want to see. Like sucking on a big old bratwurst that covered with warts.
Oh!
And the fact that her slot C looks like a roast beef sandwich that's in the process of exploding from a cherry bomb in slow motion.
So you're saying it looks like a well-used catcher's mitt?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
It looks like an inverted windsock covered in blood sauce.
Wait, hang on. Allegedly, that's my ex-wife.
Allegedly.
The inverted windsock.
Don't want to get you sued. Jeff Schroeder, Alec Baldwin will spend less time in jail than Bill Cosby. It's probably true, if he spends any time in jail at all.
Yeah.
Ohio Trucker 1 with a $20 donation. Thank you so much, good sir. Pop got a 5-ton 6x6. Gonna make a nice off-road toy tow rig. Not bad for $8,000 spent.
I'm telling you, man, you can get some good deals on the military surplus sites.
Hell yeah, do it.
I mean, if I had the money, which I don't, because YouTube is fucking us in the ass, I would buy 1 or 2 of those and have them up north doing my thing.
Yep. Yeah, but we did a little experiment just the other day. Uploaded the same bit to the main channel and to
another channel.
Into another channel, and one of them was automatically approved for everything, and the other one was limited.
Correct.
Take a guess which one that was.
Well, hey, we don't want to tip all our hands.
Yeah, but allegedly the same algorithm applies to everyone, and there's definitely no differential enforcement.
Yeah, and all that information is being sent to our attorney.
Yes, it is. Who's going to be on the show at some point?
Yeah, I got to get him up to speed.
Yeah,
He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Shark Dentures in the chat over on Streamlabs. Never served, but got gun training and a hunting license in my teens. Even I know not to point a gun at anything you aren't okay with shooting. When in my 30s, I yelled at a friend to stop waving his rifle around. He rolled his eyes and bang into a wall.
And right after that should have been your fist into his jaw.
Amen to that.
Because
Ascension!
pain
Nice.
is the ultimate teacher.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, what were we saying today? Wisdom is the bastard stepchild of failure. There you go.
Yeah, I got to write that down. That is fucking great.
Ascension! Sees the girl in charge of weapons. They put that thing in charge of weapons?
Yeah, I would have flipped the fuck out if I'd have been working on that set and people are like shooting live rounds between takes. I'd be like, okay.
Yeah, like, would it kill you to actually hire people in Hollywood who are qualified?
Well, it's not just hiring the people that are qualified. It's listening to them.
That did that too.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of times on these sets, you got a bunch of big ego motherfuckers who think they know everything,
Ugh,
and they don't.
screw them.
So
Ascension again. Let's not forget Obama's daughter's face looks like a caved-in peanut brittle can.
oh, I love it. I love it.
Oh, wow.
God, that's good. That's good. Oh,
Well, I mean,
smooth.
odds are she is adopted. Just saying.
Smooth beatdown.
I mean, you can't really, create a new person when you got two of these. You know what I mean? A Big Mike.
Yeah.
Jimmy Bones, F YouTube, right in their 3rd, 4th, and 5th points of contact. I'll be on Twitch.
All right. I don't blame you.
And nobody's going to blame me there, good sir.
Hey, what's our count now?
We are up to 866 on YouTube. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We got 61 over on Twitch, 101 on D-Live. Special thanks to Breako69 and Wiggle Wagon for some lemon donations over there. And jumping over to Odyssey, we got a few donations here from Shovel Monkey. In hoc signo vinces. Is that Latin?
It is.
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
All right. Shovel Monkey again. Yes, we're all evil hairless monkeys. Some of us just have shovels. And some monkeys like starbursts. Chad. 1. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded. 2. Never point a weapon at anything you do not intend to shoot. 3. Keep your fingers straight and off the trigger until you're ready to fire. 4. Keep your weapon on safe until you intend to fire. 5. Know your target and what lies behind it.
That's a big important one there.
Yes.
There was a couple times in Iraq, I was lining up some fucking douchebags that were shooting at us, and I did not fire back because there were people behind them.
Yep. You ever seen In Bruges? Good movie. Talks about that specifically.
Yep.
Shovel Monkey, Don Lemonnuts assaulted a dude, but is he arrested? No, he wasn't.
Well, if he assaulted me, I'd punch him in his throat.
Yeah, he
Stop.
would wish he was arrested if he assaulted you.
Listen, I'm telling you, if I read the reports on, he like walked up and grabbed a dude's nut sack in a bar.
Yep.
Dude, that is how you get instantly knocked the fuck out.
Yes, it is.
You don't do that.
Holy smoking, Joe Frazier. Jumping over to MGTOW.tv, we have a $100 donation from Edman209.
All right, thank you.
Holy
We're not
cow.
worthy, bro.
We are not worthy. Wow. Thank you so very much. And all he has to say is, let's start this night off well.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much. G. Chase, $25 donation. Good to see you guys. You are both officially sane compared to the population. Scary, ain't it?
It is. I had no idea I'd wind up with a superpower in my middle, my midlife crisis.
Yeah.
And that's common sense.
Yeah, it's just Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell over on MGTOW.tv.
Yeah.
Urban Dictionary this.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Do I dare? Hey, let's check it out. Why the hell not? Let's see what we got here. UrbanDictionary.com. We're going to look up the word fapkin.
That doesn't sound good.
It really doesn't, does it? Yeah. A napkin used for absorbing bazooka juice after self-pleasuring.
Or better known as a sock.
Sock. Kleenex. Oh, my.
Yeah. The glow-in-the-dark lightsaber in a teenager's room.
I don't want to know, man. I paid as Alec Baldwin is the head of the Film Actors Guild, or FAG. One day you look at the world us actors created and say, wow, good going, FAG. Oh, you British cigarettes.
Oh, nice.
Or if they're actresses, it's the Screen Actors Guild, SAG. It's a nice SAG you got going there.
Yeah. Or it could be a sass or
The siester.
a mass,
It's
which
terrible.
means marital ass or saggy ass.
It could be. All right, it's time for one of your favorite graphics.
What is he doing? Come on, man.
You ain't black.
Biden says cops, first responders should be fired if they refuse the poke and mocks American freedom, and for that he receives raucous applause. I'm hoping that it was canned.
Where was this?
This was on his little Cornholio CNN town hall moment. If you've
I thought he
heard
got
about
booed
that.
off the stage.
Well, no, this is a CNN audience. He got booed off the stage by the people who actually watched it on YouTube. I'm sure that the dislike ratio is
Yeah.
catastrophic.
Yeah, you know what? This is not going to end well when the president's talking this way.
Yeah. Cooper asked, I'm wondering where you stand on that. Should police officers, emergency responders be mandated to get the poke? If not, should they be, stay at home, let go? Yes and yes.
Yep. Well, first of all, we can't.
Pop's bad dude.
We're not going to go into detail until we go to alt tech on the COVID shit.
Well, just listening to this is hilarious. Here, listen to this.
There we go.
I waited until July to talk about mandating because I tried everything else possible. The mandates are working. All the stuff about people leaving and people getting it, you have everyone from United Airlines to Spirit. All these airlines were not going to get 97% of the people have gotten the vaccine. All the talk about these folks who are going to leave the military if they're mandated. Well, that's not true. You got about 90-some% poke rate. I mean, so the idea is that, look, the two things, I can't even read Biden talking because quoting him directly and then trying to read it makes me feel like I'm having an aneurysm.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying dementia, crazy talk guy?
I just open call to the chat. Is anything in that paragraph true? I'm betting none of it is.
Yeah. Listen, it's propaganda, bro.
Ugh.
He's bought and paid for, and there's a fucking hand up his ass. He's a sock puppet.
Ugh. And yet he agreed to it. And I feel bad for him to an extent because the way that he actually, when he did his little Cornholio moment.
I saw that.
And
What the fuck are you thinking?
I know. Styx Hexenhammer brought this up.
Mhm.
I think he doesn't even want to be president. I agree with that. I think that what they did was they knew they
blackmailing
didn't
him.
have anybody else. They blackmailed him and said,
You're
look,
running.
if you run, we will protect your only surviving child. If you don't,
If
we
I
will
have
drag
anything
him.
to say about it, they are both going to get prosecuted. But
Ugh.
I'm just a grunt
If Pop
talking
ruled
shit
the
on
world,
the internet.
if Pop ruled the world,
I have no power.
I have
I'm
no
just a shit talker.
Every time I look at this dude's face, I just know that there's been 48 dicks in it at any one
Oh,
time.
Buddha judge!
Booty judge.
That guy's such an idiot.
We all know about the supply crisis going on. We have had containers full of goods sitting for months at a time.
Isn't he like one of those guys? Isn't he like?
He's the transport secretary. This is literally
but-
his job.
It's his fucking job, right?
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg ignores supply chain crisis to focus on Tucker Carlson.
Why would he? What the hell's going on with Tucker?
Well, apparently Tucker Carlson was the one who originally called him out for going on paternity leave.
Oh, that's right.
Because, him and his husband are fully capable of biologically producing children together.
I was wondering. He's the guy who likes to get his tonsils stretched out from time to time.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't care. It doesn't
he's a
bother me.
veteran of the all-vowel opera hour.
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't care.
I don't care either.
But you know what? Don't push it on other people.
To quote Tucker Carlson here, paternity leave, they call it. Trying to figure out how to breastfeed? No word on how that went.
What a stupid idiot.
And flat out here, 65% of voters agree with Senator Blackburn. Buttigieg should get back to work or leave. Yeah, but he's
Absolutely
done
correct.
nothing but make excuses. And now he's not even focusing on the damn problem.
All right. This is what I tell my soldiers when they start pulling out excuses. Could you please tell me the maximum range of an excuse?
Sergeant, that'd be 0 meters.
0 fucking meters. It's not even the length of your dick.
Bottom line, we are heading into a very dark winter. So if you have not started prepping, buying rice, beans, canned goods, shit tickets, things like that,
Get on it!
you need to start doing it now.
Yeah, you're going to get fucked.
Because the shortages are popping up all over the place, no pun intended.
It's all right. I've been called worse.
So when Buttigieg does get back to work, guess what he says?
What?
Just read it for yourself, and I'm gonna let the butt hurt just
Here we
flow
go.
over you.
Praises Biden's economic leadership amid supply chain crisis.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
the economic leadership is through the roof, just like the inflation.
What have I been saying?
Mother
beginning.
fornicator.
No one is going to seriously get involved in doing anything until you can't feed your family,
Yep.
you can't heat your house, and you have no safety.
Shit, man. Gas prices in California, Stan, are up over $7 a gallon.
Okay.
And these stupid sacks of garbage who think that you should be forced to get a poke for something you have a 99.97% chance of surviving, but you don't have to tell somebody whether you're HIV positive. You can't. They would vote for him again. Guarantee it.
Well, I deserve what they get.
Yes, they do. And what have they gotten so far? Let's take a look at what this stunning and brave economic leadership has yielded to us, shall we?
All right.
And this is just August to August. Gas up 42.7%. Energy up 25%. Fuel oil up 33.2%. Used cars and trucks up almost 32%. Food is up almost 4%. Clothing 4.2%. Transportation services 4.6%. This was in August. And every month we have had inflation of virtually 5% across the board.
Yep. I remember I used to get 2 liters of water at 7-Eleven for $1.99.
Not anymore.
Now it's $3.
What in the butt,
The water.
baby? And we have even an email from Dynaside 13 talking about some in-depth stuff from his woman here. I'm not going to put the email up on the screen because it does have some identifiable information. Dynaside expressed his
Did he say we could read this?
He said that we could read it,
All right.
as long as we don't reveal his name here. So we're
Okay.
gonna jump on over here and I'll read it for you. Since I brought up my difficulties in sending the care package and subsequent streams, Popp mentioned that it was in a unit in a UPS store that acts like a P.O. box. Telling the guys at the USPS store that info would make it easier to find it in the system. So for people who out there who want to send us stuff to the physical address, just want to make sure you know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a box of stuff I need to bring in because
Yeah.
I cleared it out like 2 weeks ago.
Sweet.
We got like a cool axe knife. We got a knife.
Nice.
You got a letter I haven't opened. It's for you and
Oh, cool.
a couple T-shirts.
Now remember, Biden said that people going on strike because of the mandates and stuff like that, that was a myth, right? Dynaside 13's got the inside scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Kellogg's is currently on strike. CertCo, grocery distributor, provides half of grocery store chain Woodman's Food, is on the verge of a strike. Coca-Cola is a pin drop from a strike. Pepsi is considering it, but it depends on if Coke does. Nabisco, cookies and snacks like that, and apparently the Weyland-Yutani logo on the fucking Nostromo. I've always wondered what that was all about. Workers fed up with management and the company, mandates and management being the driving factors. They are stuck working 17 hours a day with almost no lunch, and the jab might be the last straw. My fiance is my source on the strike situation and for the following grocery supply and labor chain, super mega ultra colossal cluster fornication. She is currently one of only 2 people in the pricing department, meaning she is the only full-time pricing clerk and her boss is the coordinator. She works at the Waukesha Woodmans. And more locally sourced, well-kept pick and save. They are newer to the supermarket scene and only recently expanded out of Wisconsin and into Illinois. The fact that they are employee-owned and open 24 hours is painted on the side of their stores. Prices on everything are going up a few cents every day. The price for meat jumps $1 a week, give or take. They do not have enough people in their staff to keep shelves stocked. The majority of new hires go to orientation, then do not return for their first day of work. Starting pay is $13.25 with a $1,500 sign-on bonus. Employment is so bad that management is seriously considering hiring random people off the street to compensate for their holiday rushes. It's pathetic.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, we're fucked.
Yeah.
We are fucked.
Dark winter is coming, guys, so please
This whole thing is just disturbing.
stock up, plan ahead. Homestead with neighbors, do things that, like that. If you don't have the money to burn on stocking up on stuff, team up with some people.
Okay. If you're going to team up with people, you need to bring something to equation. You just can't be dead weight.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
All right.
But I'm saying if you don't have the wherewithal to do it yourself, you don't have the resources to do so, league up with some neighbors. Somebody handles one thing, you handle something else, another person.
Bring something to the table. Like, if you're a nurse, great. If you have medical supplies, cool. But you better bring something to the table, because I'm going to tell you right now, the number one thing preppers hate is dead weight.
Oh, actually, absolutely, yeah.
Like, I have a whole bunch. Well, I used to have a bunch of liberal friends. I don't anymore. They're like, if it goes down, I'm coming to your house. I'm like,
and what are you going to do for me?
yeah, you can come to my house all you want, but one, I might not be there, and two, I'm not giving you nothing.
Yeah. It's nobody liked the dude who joined the group project in school and then sat there pulling his pud.
Fuck all. I hated that guy.
That's how you get punched.
I always tried not to be that guy.
Yeah. How's that working out for you?
Pretty good, actually.
Okay, just making sure. You sure about that?
Yeah.
I work with you a lot.
I know. I know. Listen, you're technically way better than I am, but I'm way crazier than you.
Well, I understand that completely. Every comedy needs a straight man.
Yeah. I'm fucking insane, man. I come up with some crazy-ass ideas.
It's all good, man. That's why people tune in. They want to see spun up Popp.
Ugh. They want to see the senior NCO fucking get off and knife hand people. Fuck off!
And they want to see this.
Ah, you bastard. Dick.
Or this.
Dick. Oh, you threw a starburst at me. Bastard.
There's a first time for everything.
So
I just broke your starburst munging cherry.
could you please stop?
There any pink ones in there?
No.
How about some herpes spaghetti?
Could you stop?
You want garlic bread
Am
with
I?
that? I mean, would it be a stream if I didn't make him try to vomit at least twice?
Oh, I gotta,
You gotta wash it out. You gotta wash it out.
all right, stop.
Pamela Anderson, circa 1996.
I need to call my sensei, and he needs me walk me through how to meditate, because this is insane.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, we're gonna jump back into the super chats here before we get into this week's lump of vomit.
Lump of vomit.
Oh yeah. Okay. Dun dun dun. All right, Damon Wolf MGTOW with a $20 donation. Thank you very much. Been watching on D Live. Came to YouTube to give you some beer monies.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, good sir. Sarkon with a couple of donations back to back here. Can that alcohol be called a prop pop?
I guess it could.
No, it's the real deal, man.
No, it's real.
What do you got? The cold brew in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I finished off the mixed drink out of the mug.
Outstanding. We're up to 946 viewers on YouTube, 607 likes. Jumping over to Twitch, we got 66 people watching over there, 122 over on D Live, 104 on Odyssey, and 47 on MGTOW.tv. Thank you all very much for tuning in tonight.
We're right around 1,400 eyeballs.
All right. Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy, face with Chelsea, counts as backwards Lana. You know what Lana spelled backwards is, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't need to hear that. I'm good.
No.
Thank you.
Alcohol-related incident upon request only.
Yeah. Hey. Put it in my butt.
Good idea, Ferry. If you haven't watched it yet, check it out.
Oh, yeah. That was a classic one.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Fairy. Yeah.
That just didn't work.
When a chick who's had one too many says, "Put it in my butt." It's-
Stupid.
You take her up on that, you might go to jail.
It sounds interesting, but in reality, it's nasty.
Yeah. And what can I say? Shit happens.
Yeah, quite literally.
Look who's prepping now. Since my email never made it to y'all, tips to train whammon brain for mental fortitude for the coming shit hitting the fan, or handle fear, have babies to protect.
There's a lot of women out there who are royally screwed if this fucking shit gets dynamic. Because they've got kids, they have no man in their life to protect them, but they don't need a man until shit goes down.
Then all of a sudden, where are all the good men at?
Yeah, well, they're fucking leaving you in the ditch to die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, all these same people who think you don't need guns, the Second Amendment doesn't apply to everyone, police are bastards, they don't need a man, they can do it all themselves because they get all these government programs. When all of that shit goes away, they will be singing a very different tune.
Yep.
And in all likelihood, it's going to be screaming bloody murder from an alley in vowels.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens, unfortunately.
It's
when shit
unfortunate.
hits the fan.
I mean, listen, if you go back in history, when women lost their husband, and their life expectancy went down to almost nothing. It was very brutal.
Yep. Metal Fan says, love the channel, but his fascination with Space Ghost makes no sense. Somebody didn't watch the video. Do a search for Terrence Popp Space Ghost. We made a whole episode explaining the Space Ghost fascination. So
It's a mental.
there you go.
It's a mental trick that I do.
Yeah, it's 4 minutes long. Check it out.
Yeah.
It will answer all of your Space Ghost questions.
Correct.
Except for actually anything to do with the cartoon. It'll basically just tell you about Pop's fascination with tits and when that started.
Yes.
Because once that starts for a dude,
It ruins it.
it's over for
over.
20 years.
Or longer. Some
Yeah.
people never recover.
Yeah.
They're just habitual marriage fucking goats. Wind up going to divorce, screaming like the screamer and go,
Meh.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Just
you
telling
don't need a man. Oh, so sad.
Mm-mm.
Michael Simmons, to Pop and Props Preppers, I recommend watching Bear Independence Preppers Classroom video series. It has a lot of great information. Check it
There's
out.
so much stuff out there on prepping and
Oh,
all
yeah.
that stuff. You can go on for years.
Yeah. John Grow 1 with 2 donations amounting to $50. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Very generous. We're not worthy. And all he has to say is, let's go, Brandon.
Got her in. Oh.
This time I was ready. 9x23. I thought the Cornholio reference was appropriate. It looked like he was clenching to came from crapping. Yeah. Probably had a turtle head poking out.
Well, the thing is like
His butt's been wiped.
when my grandmother started having severe dementia problems.
Yeah.
In the beginning, she would get frustrated and do that. And I remember she told me, goes, I know what it's supposed to be, but I just can't say it. Ah. It's heartbreaking.
It is. It sucks. Michael Simmons again here. To everyone watching, learn how to cook acorns.
Exactly. That's actually a very good source of food. It's very energy intensive because you got to boil them for 7 to 8 times, sometimes more, to get that nasty flavor out of them.
Yeah.
But once you do that, they're not bad. I've had them before.
Yeah, I mean, while the shit has not hit the fan quite yet, go back on, streaming services like Discovery Plus, watch shows like Survivor Man.
Mhm.
You will pick up a ton of tips for things that you can eat, cook, wipe your wounds with, what have you, out in the wild. It's a phenomenal show.
It is. It is. That guy was awesome.
Hell yeah. Thor Gustafson, theory, Anderson Cooper and Rachel Maddow are the same person. Commies should be made into wind chimes.
Well, if they do crash this country, it's going to be bad for them.
Yes, it will.
It's going to be bad.
Patriot of the West, what's the difference between Catholic, Protestant, and Mormon? Altar boy, wife, wives. Hashtag jail cardinal Jorge Pell. Or George Pell.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of organized religion, so.
Same. Dustin Boudreau, they said in an article that raising a child costs 50% more than it did before the scamdemic, and 48% of people have to choose between childcare and bills.
Yeah.
Wouldn't shock
Child
me.
care is fucking expensive.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, when I was paying for child care, I was fucking furious.
Oof.
I mean, dude, if I had gotten 50-50 custody, my life would be completely different.
Yep. Yeah,
Just saying.
might not be quite so black-pilled. But, having part of your soul ripped out through your asshole has a tendency to make people look on the darker side of things.
Yeah, there's nothing like getting your heart killed by somebody that you love to put you right with the universe.
Mm-hmm. Tony Soprano, I collect some old World War I stuff. I was wondering why the uniforms were so small. I found out people didn't eat as well back then as they did today.
No, they don't.
Now, the poor kids are fat now.
the ghetto down there where they don't have any money, but everyone's fat.
Yeah.
And that also has a lot to do with the fact that one, fast food, and the food we are getting is missing an ass load of micronutrients that's causing all kinds of problems.
Well, it's all saturated with corn fillers and shit like that make you gain weight.
That's part of it.
Fast.
Yeah. And the fact that they don't. The soil doesn't ever recover.
Yep.
There's all kinds of micronutrients that aren't there anymore.
Yeah, and they stopped using farming methods that were actually good for renewing soil, like biochar.
I know. Well, it's because they can't keep up with the demand. They have to do it that way. Because listen, we have too many people.
They can't keep up with the demand, yet they're still having people destroy and burn their own crops. Figure that shit out.
Yeah, listen. If you have to burn and destroy crops, turn it into alcohol and drink it like a sane person, please.
You're damn right.
Like if we're like, hey, Pop, you got to burn this 27 tons of grain.
Nah.
You mean destroy? What do you mean?
I could
And they're like, just destroy it. Okay. And I would literally turn it all into mash whiskey.
Sure.
Moonshine,
Be good
whatever.
stuff.
Because, I like booze.
Yeah. Heavy Water Tread with a $20 donation. Thank you very much, good sir. Baldwin, Hollywood's last real gunslinger.
How true you are.
Yeah.
True to form.
A Little Impaired donated $1.99. Thank you very much. I actually noticed your chat over on Twitch. It was your first time watching the show and chatting with us. Thank you very much for tuning in. And special thanks to your dad.
Thank you very much.
Ohio Trucker 1 with another $20 donation. Thank you so much. There is talks about railroad crews and independent truckers quitting if the poke mandate goes through. Get ready for a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
Actually, no, don't quit. Stay and make them fire you.
Yeah. Well, okay. All right. Now, I don't want to go into a lot of detail here.
We're going to go into more of this later.
Yeah. But do not voluntarily leave. Make them fire you. Make it as painful as possible.
Yep.
And then get together with everyone else that got terminated or whatever and sue the living shit out of them.
Yes, because sooner or later this will get embattled in court and it will get overturned.
Well, either that will happen or it's going to turn into the two-way rifle range because if the courts ignore this, that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
The courts are a safety net, and once are the pressure valve, and if that gets jammed up, it's going to explode.
Yep. The pressure cooker will implode.
And that's just using historic examples.
Yep. William Graham, let's go, Pop. Appreciate you guys for all that you do. Been the best years listening to you. Straw, please.
Bastard!
See, it's harder to actually hit him when he's paying attention, but I did it that time.
You got me in the arm.
Better that than your mouth.
Don't you ever say that again.
Well, I mean, that would just be one more thing that you have in common with your ex-wife.
Allegedly! God, you're going to get me sued, bro.
I mean, you already did 4 at a time. You may even have one up on her at that point.
Stop.
So I'll put you down for 3?
That was a good story, man. Oh, God, that was classic.
Epic. And now it's time for this week's Lump of Vomit.
Oh.
Dad, I'm scared.
This one doesn't really have anything to do with tonight's theme, but I just thought it was so vile that we had to bring it up.
Oh my God.
Abandoned children found living in Texas apartment alongside 9-year-old brother's skeletal remains.
What the fuck?
And
That is horrible.
the real tragedy of this is buried in this article, but we'll give you the basics first. 3 children aged 15, 10, and 7 were found abandoned inside of a Houston, Texas apartment Sunday along with the skeletal remains of their 9-year-old brother. The children, all males, were discovered after the eldest brother called police to alert them that his 9-year-old sibling had been dead for a year and was located in the room next to his.
Dude. What the fuck?
Yeah. Police said that a neighbor had been caring for the children in recent weeks by periodically bringing food and drinks and charging their cell phone. All 3 of the children were reportedly malnourished and showed physical signs of injury. They were taken to a local hospital for assessment and treatment. Now, when you scroll down the page here, the obvious that should have been noted at the beginning finally is mentioned. Both the mother of the children and her boyfriend were reportedly located and brought in for questioning before being released.
Oh my God.
Gonzalez confirmed in a tweet Monday morning. He added that there were no developments in the case as of yet. Yet another casualty of a stunning and brave single mother.
She just abandoned her kids there to their own devices, and one of them's dead.
And they got fucking released.
Well, first of
after
all, we
questioning.
don't know if the boyfriend was there in the beginning or if she met him after the fact. So I can't say anything to that. But that is some tragic medieval horse shit right there.
If that body has been in that apartment for a year, you don't release anyone until you find out what happened.
Yep, I agree with you.
This is, wow. Yeah, so dudes,
You want to talk about the ultimate pussy pass?
yeah, keep an eye out for developments in this story because this is
You got
crazy.
Your son is dead and has been rotting in a room for a year, but they give you the pussy pass. That is shameful.
Oh,
Shameful.
it is extremely shameful.
Oh, here we go.
All right, that was real serious and fucked up.
Oh,
Now we're going to get to proof that Riggs is alive and well and living in the UK.
here we
Flesh-eating STD that causes beefy red sores is spreading in the UK.
what the fuck is that?
A once rare flesh-eating sexually transmitted disease that causes beefy red ulcers is spreading across the UK. Cases of donovanosis, which causes thick sores that damage genital tissue, have been growing steadily in the region since 2016, and the cases are expected to rise, according to data and experts cited by Birmingham Live. So this is happening even during a scandemic. Wow.
Well, people need to get their fix of some P-Nice.
Health officials reported 30 cases of the STD in the UK in 2019, but more infections in the past 2 years could pose a public health risk. The STD is generally transmitted through unprotected shagnanigans, but in rare cases it can be spread through non-sexual skin-on-skin contact or to newborn babies through their moms.
Well, newborn babies have always been like the first victims of VD,
yeah,
unfortunately.
it's really unfortunate. I actually knew a kid who was born with AIDS
Oh,
when I was younger. And he kept it from everyone. I found out after he died when he was 18.
wow.
Messed up.
That is fucked up, man.
It's really wrap your tool, gentlemen. Although, unless you want beefy red ulcers on your schwing.
Didn't that come from Africa?
Let me see. It is more common in parts of India, Papua New Guinea, Central Australia, and the Caribbean and Southern Africa. So it seems to be an all-over kind of thing. Riggs,
Stop it.
you dirty bastard.
Put it away, bro.
Ugh. And this one I had to talk about just because of the dude's name. There is nothing more ironic than this. Philadelphia area train rapé suspect grabbed and touched victim minutes after she entered car, say the police. The suspect has a criminal record and overstayed his student visa, which was terminated in 2015. Some might call him an undocumented person.
So
of
he's been in the
interest.
country almost 7 years. Okay.
His name, Fiston. Fistin-noi.
Okay. Well, I'm not raping. I mean, I'm not laughing at the rape thing.
No,
The
but
name is funny.
there is nothing funnier than a sexual predator named Fistin. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a sick son of a bitch.
That's a bad day.
It's a bad day and it's a bad name.
It's a bad day for everyone. Oh my God.
Yeah, now I've seen everything.
So what? She was like raped on the train and nobody did anything?
Well, I don't know. Let me see. Unidentified woman riding on the Market Lanford line and was sitting alone when Fiston sat next to her and they began interacting. At around 9:20 minutes after the woman enters the train car, he began to touch her, prompting her to continuously push him away. The complaint said, citing video surveillance on the train. So it was just a grabby grab.
A grabby grab?
Grabby grab.
All right.
Oh, okay. Oh, he removes the woman's pants, lowers his pants. Oh, yeah, so it was a full-on beat-down fisticuffs.
All right. Now, listen. Feminism has won. They don't need a man. So she should have been able to fight him off herself.
Yeah, except for all those times when they desperately, desperately need a man.
Yeah. But I'll say this. Okay. I don't think I could stand there and just let somebody be raped. I couldn't do it.
No.
I couldn't do it.
I couldn't either.
That's just me. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I don't know.
No, I'm totally with you on that, man.
Now, I'll let it, like, if some woman's running her mouth and a dude slaps her in the face, I got nothing to say. I'm like, hey. She swings on a man and he punches her out.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I might step in so she doesn't get killed.
Equal rights.
But I'm not fighting anyone's battles.
And equal lefts.
That's right.
I'm getting the next.
I mean, I've stepped in. It's been about 3 times in my life I've actually stepped in to keep people from getting stomped out.
Yeah. So we're going to have to be very careful talking about this one. This is definitely part of the lump of vomit.
Yes. Okay.
This
First
is what
of all,
gave Crowder a strike, so we have to be very careful.
Well, let's just be honest here. They knew what happened. By law, they were obligated to say what happened, and they didn't.
Now they claimed that they didn't know about it.
Well, they're gonna. Well,
But
they're gonna get all the emails. And they're gonna find out who knew what, when, and where, and why.
Yep. But of course, sooner or later, the truth always wins out because the internet is forever. Busted. Email sent by Loudoun County Superintendent shows school board knew about rapé by manual transmission student the day it happened. And what was their response? They covered it up and allowed it to happen again. And when it was brought to their attention, they covered it up and prosecuted her father to protect the manual transmission student who was permitted to use ladies' bathrooms.
I will reserve comments for alt tech on this
This is
because I have nothing good to say here, and I will
Nope.
get banned.
This happened twice within a year.
All right. What was I saying about evil hairless monkeys?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
A little bit of that, yeah. Oh, God.
Is that the father?
This is actually a different one. Parents protesting CRT at Loudoun County School Board meeting declared unlawful assembly, even though they were at a school board meeting, which is
You know what?
public.
This is what needs to happen. There needs to be like 1,000 fucking people at these things.
Yep.
That way, like the 4 or 6 cops they have can't really do shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm not saying there should be violence, but people have the right to voice their fucking opinions.
Yep.
And if you go to one of these things and they call it an illegal assembly and they walk you off and arrest you, file a lawsuit and sue the shit out of the department.
Yep. The brutal assault was able to be hidden for so long because the school tirelessly worked to conceal the incident for months. They made every effort to avoid getting law enforcement involved in the investigation, telling Smith that they would handle everything in-house. They also lied about the assault when communicating with other parents at the school by describing it as something out of the ordinary. The school did not even expel the offender. All they did was transfer him to another school. And once at the new school, he was allowed to continue using the restroom, where he raped another girl just a short while later.
Yeah. This is beyond pissing me off, bro.
Yep.
Oh!
And as of just today,
Okay.
he was convicted for forced sodomy. So this is, again, not just touchy, ha-ha. This is
The real deal.
the real deal, yeah. Stunning and brave.
I hope somebody throws a garrote around that kid and chokes him out one day. That shit's fucked up.
Yes, it is. And they're doubling down even more in Loudoun County because, reasons. Loudoun County is now forcing parents to sign an
Unenforceable.
NDA
It's unenforceable.
to form an NDA-style form to view CRT-inspired curriculum. Gee, I wonder why they would want to keep it under wrap.
The NDA is unenforceable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You know,
I would. First, I wouldn't fucking sign it. But
no.
listen, I'm an evil genius. I would figure out a way to get my hands on that shit.
Yep. Well, there's the form right there.
Yep. It's unenforceable.
Critical race theory has to be one of the most poorly named things I've ever heard. First of all, it's not critical of anything because it's just Marxist propaganda. It's not a theory because a theory has to be tested and proven numerous times before you can advance it from becoming a hypothesis. Two of its main tenets are self-refuting. It's revisionist historical nonsense that banks entirely on the 1619 Project. It is weapons-grade bullshit.
And that was so many college words.
And they are doing everything they can to pretend like it's not Marxist because they know as soon as that gets out there, it's over.
All right, so for the grunts out there who had their thinking meat knocked out of the groove by the English major,
Sorry, bro.
yeah, it's fucked up. They're trying to cover their ass, and lawsuits are coming.
Yep. And in response to these parents actually wanting to take action in their children's education, because as a parent, you're supposed to be involved, these people are technically public servants because you are paying them via government subsidy.
Correct.
Just saying.
Well, listen, if you receive any money as payment, and then that money is provided by taxpayers, that's public fucking money.
Yep. There is now a lawmaker in Congress who was born in the Soviet Union.
Good.
Grilling Merrick Garland, the guy who wants to weaponize the FBI against parents who just want to make sure that their children are not being indoctrinated by pieces of shit.
This is another thing that's going to be has the potential to really blow up.
Yep.
You're fucking with people's kids.
Exactly. This is Victoria Spartz. She's a Republican from Indiana, born in the Soviet Union. And she said flat out the FBI is starting to resemble the KGB.
Absolutely correct.
Yes, it is. But when you can weaponize it against your political opponents for willy-nilly and use them to spy on a sitting president who was actually duly elected, our intelligence apparatus is fucked.
I lost all faith in the alphabet agencies at Ruby Ridge.
Yep.
They killed that dude's son and his wife
Ugh.
for a bunch of bullshit.
Speaking of bullshit.
Oh, here we go.
You know the left is in full tailspin panic mode when they trot out Big Mike's wife. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
Big Mike's wife.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Hey. Stop it. Stop.
Barry Obama slapped with reality check after he denounces trumped-up culture wars and fake outrage. This is in direct response to the CRT and the manual transmission rapé fiasco in Loudoun County. He's calling it a trumped-up culture war and fake outrage.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, not like a bunch of manual transmissions at Netflix getting pissed off at a comedian, right? That's legitimate outrage.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Totally.
I love how thousands of people walked out of Netflix. It was like 7 people.
Yeah.
7 people. And they should all be fired.
Yeah. We're on the left. We deal in science and facts and real outrage. Like Halloween's bone-chilling villain, Michael Myers, is now homophobic in a new film.
He kills
What?
everyone equally.
Really?
Dude, I've been watching that dude murder people for like decades now.
43 years now.
Yeah. Like the first one scared the shit out of me because I was a kid. But after that, I'm like, this is dumb.
He's an equal opportunity fucker-upper.
Yes, he is. Yes, he hates everyone equally.
Only somebody who went that far in the movie and then walked out. Because there were two gay characters in the movie, and they were honestly two of the most likable dudes in the movie and led to the most laughs.
Well, and you know what? I mean,
Yeah.
gay people are victims too.
Yeah. Well, there was a little dude. He called him Big John. And then his partner was a tall silver fox Anderson Cooper looking dude. They called him Little John. And they kept going, Big John, Little John, like trying to find Michael Myers in their house, and they've got like a cheese knife and a paring knife. Big John, Little John. In the theater was fucking hilarious. But the most vicious kill in the movie happens to a 17-year-old kid.
Okay.
So the fact that they fixated on this and they're literally trying to call out Michael Myers. But yeah, Barry, you keep talking about fake outrage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I've only really watched maybe 2 or 3 of the Halloween movies. I watched the first one and a couple of ones in between. But for the most part, I don't give a shit.
I've
all
seen them all
bullshit.
numerous times, except for Resurrection, because that one should have been called Erection. It sucks a huge fat one.
I was watching a video on YouTube about when horror movies happen to veterans. And they're like loading guns, and they, oh, we have a psycho killer coming.
Yeah. Let us know in the super chats, guys. What are some of your favorite bouts of legitimate outrage from the left?
Yeah.
I really want to know.
We need to do a whole show on that.
We could do a whole show on it.
We're working on one. It's called the woke points.
Woke points, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have time to be wasting on these phony, trumped-up culture wars, this fake outrage that the right-wing media peddles to juice their ratings.
There's no right-wing media.
No. You have controlled opposition, and then you have independent voices that are being actively censored. That's what you have.
Listen, man, I have always been an underdog, and that's where I am here in this fight. I never thought I'd be retiring from one war right into another.
Yep.
I went right to the info war.
Here are some of the responses that Big Mike's wife got for his lovely speech. Sorry, but McAuliffe saying that parents shouldn't be in charge of their children's education and the Loudoun County School Board lying to parents about rapé in bathrooms isn't trumped-up cultural wars. That comes from Ben Shapiro. Let's be clear. They are waging the culture war. We are fighting back. Covering up a rapé in school restrooms to push a manual transmission policy in government schools is the definition of waging a culture war.
Absolutely correct.
Says radio host Larry O'Connor. Representative Ken Buck from Colorado. Barack Obama is telling parents they have fake outrage over school boards covering up rapé and teaching critical race theory. Yeah, and this is not hyperbole when they're saying that McAuliffe is talking about saying that parents shouldn't be in schools. This is a sign currently circulating in Virginia. Keep parents out of classrooms. Vote McAuliffe. Keep Virginia blue.
That is insane. All right.
The fact that this is actually on somebody's fucking lawn is nuts.
Okay.
This is bizarro world.
No, I'm going to be honest. Okay. If I saw a sign like that in my neighborhood, their lawn might die for 2 to 4 years. And then I would call the EPA and report them for using some kind of dioxin.
Oh.
It causes all kinds of nightmares. And that will be covered in administrative violence.
Holy shit. What do you even say to something like this? How stupid and up your own ass and buying into this controlled opposition partisan bullshit. How stupid do you have to be to actually buy something like this and put it on your own front lawn?
I'll tell you right
it's
now,
totally okay.
Those are the brainwashed Democrats that they literally buy anything the Democrat Party or the Socialist Party says.
It's just beyond ridiculous, man.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, it is fucking insane.
Ugh. And they will
go.
insist that it's not a problem. But that is why pages like this exist. So make sure that you add this one go on to Facebook and join up with it. Film your Marxist professors.
Please
It's
do.
facebook.com/official Vincent James. Yeah. And you got dudes like this here.
I hold 200 slaves, and
Here we go.
there were people here, an indigenous people, who paid the price, the very heavy price, for this project that is unfolding.
Oh, yeah. An indigenous people that only really had about 10% of the land populated. The other 90% was just totally open land because they were nomadic tribes, virtually genociding each other because
All right, hang
they
on.
were constantly going after each other's stuff for resources and rat paying their women.
Yeah, hold on. We've been waging war and conquering each other since before we started writing shit down.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. Like, we're evil hairless monkeys. Now, I feel bad that happened, but it's already happened. It's ancient fucking history.
And no one alive should have to pay the price for
That's
it.
absolutely correct. They're just, oh man, they're just asking for violence, man.
Oh, I mean, there's this douchebag, pedo stuff in Texas schools. We've actually gone into detail about this. I can't even show this on
can't
YouTube.
even show it on
We will
YouTube.
get banned
Yeah,
for
you
that.
can't show that. That's actually graphic.
Oh, here you go. Teacher talks about how she came out to her 6th grade class.
Yeah, in 6th grade, I didn't give a shit.
Your 6th grade students don't give a shit what you do when you go home or how much carpet you munch.
Yeah, we don't care if you flick the tic tac. I think, you know what I cared about in 6th grade? Building aircraft models, and maybe some sci-fi models. That was my thing.
You want to laugh your ass off? Look at the description of this TikTok video. I came out to my 6th grade students today. Representation matters. Vulnerability is strength.
No,
No,
it's not.
vulnerability is weakness.
That's absolutely correct.
Just ask Superman the first time he got hit in the face with some kryptonite cock. Dumbass.
No, vulnerable. Listen, it is not strength. You need to, well, one, you need to find out what they are and improve it so you don't have them anymore.
Oh, God.
What's this one?
Another teacher talks about coming out to her class. My classroom is one of the gayest places on the planet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of people who are, maybe they're saying they're that, and they're not. They're just along for the ride, for the attention. I mean, that's how kids are.
Yeah. If you want to just lose all faith in humanity and have an excuse to drink, go to this Facebook page. Give it a whirl.
Ugh.
It's good times.
Well, people need to start filming their teachers in these classes because this is stupid.
Well, that's why this page exists.
And, you know, I'm a firm believer they just need to put a camera in the classroom that's on.
Oh, absolutely.
And then your parents can sign in to see what's going on and with audio.
And they can smurf my balls.
And it's recorded, and you can, it's just, that needs to happen. There's no reason with our technology you can't put a camera in every classroom.
Absolutely correct. Now, I'm not really a big fan of this woman, and I think her argument here is a little bit weak when you're talking about the overarching problem of this CRT nonsense, but Condoleezza Rice came out on The View and provided a nice common sense argument against racial indoctrination in schools. Let's see what she has to say.
All right.
Well, they're actually homeschooling them in increasing numbers.
Good.
And I think that's a signal. First of all, parents ought to be involved in their children's
Yes, they should.
education. Their
Yes.
children are in school 7 hours. That's a very formative period.
Wow, that stupid Bette Midler-looking biatch actually agreed with something that I agreed with.
First of all, I don't like any of the women in The View. They have literally proved how stupid and one-sided every single one of those cunts are.
Well, I mean, this article calls it out right here. The shrill harpies on The View. There you go.
Good.
That's really all you need to know.
Period. And I think parents ought to have a say. We used to have parent-teacher conferences. We used to have PTAs. There are lots of ways for parents to be involved, and they should be. But if I could take a moment to talk about the whole issue of critical race theory and what is and is not
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Very good.
being taught. I come out of an academic institution, and this is a
God,
something
God,
that
Whoopi
academic.
Go
Goldberg.
back. Look how fat that woman
She
is.
looks like a beached whale.
Wow, she is not aging well.
Taught. I come out of an academic institution, and
Dude, she's bending light. She is a singularity now.
Wow. Woo.
Dude, push away from the table, baby.
Looks
I know
like
you can
Whoopi
do it.
Goldberg ate Whoopi Goldberg.
You can push away from the table. I know you can do it.
This is something that academics debate. What is the role of race and so forth? And let me be very clear. I grew up in segregated Birmingham, Alabama. I couldn't go to a movie theater or to a restaurant with my parents. I went to segregated schools till we moved to Denver. My parents never thought I was going to grow up in a world without prejudice, but they also told me that's somebody else's problem, not yours. You're going to overcome it, and you are going to be anything you want to be. And that's the message that I think we ought to be sending to kids. One of the worries that
Correct.
I have about the way that we're talking about race is that it either seems so big that somehow white people now have to feel guilty for everything that happened in the past. I don't think that's very productive. Or
Amen.
black people have to feel disempowered by race. I would like black kids to be completely empowered, to know that they are beautiful in their blackness, but in order to do that, I don't have to make white kids feel bad for being white. So somehow this is a conversation.
Okay, you want to correct
Such a-
everything?
Yeah.
Bring the fathers back.
Yeah.
You know,
There you go.
before 1950, the minorities didn't have the crime rate and all the craziness that was going on. It was only after LBJ and then the whole divorce thing debacle happened
Yep.
that shit is like really started
It blew up.
spiraling down.
It really went bad.
So what they're saying by this, like white privilege, is really having a father privilege.
That's really all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, literally
Because
having
all
both
of this-
parents.
We've proved it over and over again.
Yeah.
All of the stuff that these people complain about, all of these so-called white privileges, and they try to trace it to things that you can measure, like average median income. That sounds like an oxymoron, but average income by race, all of these things. Every single one of them has a parallel correlation to fatherless homes. Asians make more money than whites, 11% single mother rate.
Yep.
Whites, 25%. Blacks make less than both, 75%.
Yeah, you don't. Like, these mothers don't understand how much of a disadvantage you put your kids at if you deny them access to their father or even grandfather.
Well, they don't care because now the government can be their baby daddy, right?
For now,
For now.
we'll see what happens. We'll see.
But of course, this argument, it's, like I said, it's a little bit weak. Critical race theory has numerous other problems. Apparently, we couldn't even agree on this. Maybe white people should feel bad.
I don't feel bad for sure.
Good looking out the root.
Yep.
Now, if you want to know exactly where this person's head is, spoiler alert, so far up their ass it's circumventing and tying them into a fucking macaroni and cheese spiral.
Well, they're smelling their breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Oh, God.
If you want to know exactly what you can trust in this person's article, all you have to do is read the second paragraph.
Here we go.
For more than a century, school districts have preferred textbooks that taught students about happy slaves. No, they didn't.
I don't remember that at all.
What fucking school did you go to? And framed the Civil War as a disagreement over taxes. I was never taught that at school.
Hang on. Okay, there was more than one cause for the Civil War.
Slavery was only one.
Slavery is like in the top 3 or 4.
It was largely a 10th Amendment issue.
Yeah. But I wasn't alive back then.
Yeah.
I'm just reporting, regurgitating what I read.
History is written by the victors, but you can dig into it for yourself and figure out the truth.
Yes, you can, and I've done a lot of that.
Oh, it gets better. Republicans still refuse to admit voter suppression exists.
It doesn't.
Unless you're talking about dead people, it doesn't. Or that there was an insurrection on January 6th. There wasn't. In fact, name one person who has been charged with insurrection since then.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be honest, and I don't want to participate, but when it does happen, there will be no doubt that there's an insurrection happening.
Exactly.
No doubt.
The real insurrection happened in November.
Well, the thing is like I've dreamed about this, and I've actually, in some of these dreams, you can actually hear the Patriots on the loudspeaker telling the cops to leave.
Yep.
And giving them fair warning
Mm-hmm.
because shit's going to go down.
entire sections of the country will burn, flood, and be blown away because most Republicans still won't admit that climate change is real. I'm sorry. Most climate change skeptics are actually far more likely to recycle and be eco-friendly than climate change alarmists. Fact, not opinion.
Well, first
Check
of all,
it out.
the climate's always changing, number one.
Yes.
Number two, do we produce way too much waste and filth? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Could we figure out ways to fix that? We should.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but the thing is, it's not just America. The Indian Ocean is a cesspit.
Yep.
That's from China and India. It's a cesspit.
It is.
Indonesia, cesspit.
Yep.
Cambodia, Thailand, Vietnam, overrun with plastic garbage.
Yep.
We have nothing to do with that.
No. If you want to talk about pollution as a problem, I am with you 100 times out of 100.
Mm-hmm.
But this man-made climate change bullshit is just economic imperialism by a new name used by globalists to outsource our jobs and pollution to other countries. That's all it is. And you're 100% on board with it, despite the fact that you claim to hate these billionaire cocksuckers.
Correct.
Yeah, this person is a fucking idiot. These lies all have the same purpose, to make white people feel comfortable. Eat a dick. In fact, eat the whole bag.
Feel comfortable? What the fuck?
If you want to have a brain aneurysm, read the rest of this article. We're not going to, because
It's propaganda
it's
bullshit.
propaganda. It's utterly fucking pointless.
Yeah. It's pointless to argue with people who are so far gone that they believe these lies.
Yeah. There's no need to fight for voting rights if half of white people believe we should focus on preventing ineligible voters from casting ballots. I'm sorry.
If you're ineligible, you should not cast a ballot.
Isn't that an argument for voting rights?
All right. Now, this just blows
Just
my
saying.
mind. You can't have an ID to vote, but you need to have one to buy alcohol, cigarettes.
And now you need to have a completely unlawful guinea pig experiment in order to do those things in a lot of these leftoid areas.
We need to see your papers.
I need to see your papers.
Now, for all the people out there who have ever read The Diary of Anne Frank, and they feel bad for her because, she got, smoked in a concentration camp because somebody narked her out. You're like, how could people narc them out? Listen, if you are one of those people out there who wants these mandates to happen, okay, totally cool with reporting people or doing whatever you have to do to follow the law, congratulations. You're a modern Nazi.
Yep.
Because every single one of those Nazis at Nuremberg said they were just following fucking orders.
Yeah.
Period. And all of these Antifa people who are stopping this tyranny, when the hell... I mean, I'm sorry, but you know who did that before World War II? The brown shirts.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what we have going on here. I've already talked about this in some later videos. You guys have to review those in the past. But.
Yep. Yeah, the people now who are insisting that that voter suppression is real, but you need to show your papers to go out to eat, to get food for your house, to go to work, all this other shit, they would have turned in Anne Frank.
That's absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
So I'm going to turn this over to the Kingdom of Clankdom just for this one. I bought this myself. It's a great read. It's short. So if you want to be able to debate CRT with these disgusting leftoid sacks of garbage, pick up Critical Race Theory Debunked on Amazon, written by Styx Hexenhammer himself. It's only $5.50.
$5.50.
$5.50.
$5.50.
Well spent.
$5.50. You get to suck on a titty. No, you don't. Just kidding.
So I'm going to keep this Film Your Marxist Professor stuff up for when we switch over to new tech. But, oh, no, we already looked at that.
Oh, that's a good
hang
one,
on.
though. Oh, you can...
There we go. I mean, that kind of makes your ass look like a
Yeah.
test pattern. What about this? Oh,
yeah,
there you
yeah,
go.
That's good.
Okay.
Her waist is a little skinny, but, that's fine.
I could deal with it.
Yeah, I got you.
Just
I got
saying.
you.
We're going to get to some super chats, and then we're going to go
Hang on.
over to new tech here in a little bit. Oh.
I got to pee.
Is it deep fake time?
It is. We've been
I
going for
think-
an hour and 45 minutes, bro.
I think it's deep fake
I'm
time.
one beer and 2 shots deep.
Deep fake.
a little bell, and her head went round and round. Ooh, she thought I was okay. So he stepped off that train with a hi-hat, a piccolo, and a cane.
I humbly apologize to everyone because I had to take a piss.
Better? Do you feel better?
I feel better.
Feel about 5 fluid ounces lighter, maybe more?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Ah.
All right, we're going to jump over to Streamlabs first.
Let's go!
Let's do it! Uh-oh. There's more Urban Dictionary stuff
Oh,
in
God,
here.
no.
Wah, wah.
Dinosaur 13.
Cheers, dudes. Streamlabs won't let me mention the lich. Bummer. You get the emails about some intel I found about the shortages and possible organized shoplifting moving north from Chirac. First one I typed up, drinking a little too much. The second one is better.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's the one that I read because I was able to understand it.
Listen, I've done some great writing while I've been fucked up on booze.
Me too. Crusader Nate with a $25 donation. Thank you so much, good sir. Glad to see D. Fitzwell made an appearance on the show last week. Just wondering if Alec Baldwin will end up feeling Willis Dick quit fit in your mouth. Willis Dick.
I'm just gonna. His career, for the most part, is done for the next decade.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, I should. Yeah, it is Hollywood.
Don't forget, Roman Polanski won an Oscar for Best Director in 2004.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of work.
Just saying. When he goes to jail, then he would be part of the rainbow couple and be fully embraced by the lefties. Ugh. Yeah, they all love him anyway, because he's anti-Trump. Jimmy Bones, a personal Urban Dictionary movie theater carpet. When a woman's bush is so big it resembles movie theater carpet, it's wet, sticky, has questionable stains, and if you put your tongue in it, you may find a secret starburst or a mystery milk dud.
Oh! Oh!
That's brilliant, Jimmy.
Oh! Oh!
By the way, I found a clip from one of my old favorite TV shows, Lois and Clark, and I'm going to start using whenever Jimmy Bones has a good joke.
All right. All right.
It's good stuff.
I never liked that show, but okay.
I love the first season. Before it got too wishy-washy, romantic-y. I think the first season has some good comedy in it.
Yeah, nah, not a fan.
I don't care what you're a fan of. I'm talking about what I enjoy.
Okay.
Shark dentures. Nah, I didn't punch him, even though it was pointed at my gut seconds before it discharged. I could see the horror in his eyes at what he had almost done. Psychic pain. From then on, he held any weapon like a newborn child, as it should be.
Yep.
Shark Denture says, who else did a quick search for Pamela Anderson 1996 after Blake said that as a reminder? Oh, just me? Oh, let's go, Brandon. Tony Stark with a $25 donation. Thank you so much. Pop, I read your email that you got the virtual machine working. I'm glad it's running, and I'm celebrating with my favorite bourbon, Rabbit Hole Daringer.
All right, cool. And listen, man, thank you for that.
Better than Whistle Pig.
Well, remember I told you the computer wasn't working? Well,
Yeah.
My nephew is a gamer, and he builds his own stuff. And
You got it all fixed?
I took it to him, and all he did was disassemble it and then reassemble it. And it was fine.
Disassemble.
Apparently, some got knocked loose in shipping. So
That's good stuff.
thank you very much.
Yeah, very much. Thank you. And Jimmy Bones again. A group of dads in Louisiana came to a school because of over 20 arrests for fighting happening within the last week or so. I'll have to double check the details, but those dads showed up and shit stopped. Oh, and by the way, the majority of the dads were black. Out fucking standing.
Yeah. You know what? Like, boys are going to fight. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Listen, if they're going to fight, get some boxing gloves. Make sure they're within 10 pounds of each other so it's not unfair.
But if they're getting arrested, there's more than just fighting going on.
Yeah, well, that's just it. They're going to fight. If they have an outlet and you like put the gloves on, headgear on, get your cup in case you get punched in the junk.
Yeah.
3 rounds, Queensberry's rules, go.
I mean, clearly the problem that we're having with our children now is not toxic masculinity;
It's
it's
lack
a
of it.
lack of it.
That's absolutely correct.
They're being raised by single mothers. They're being taught primarily by women, and then you have this CRT horse shit, basically telling boys, especially if they're white and male, that they are the source of all evil and ill in the universe.
They're not. That's so stupid.
Fuck's sakes.
Oh my God.
Shark dentures again. Wow, Pop has lived a full life. Deep fake. LOL.
That is a good.
I like it.
I like the deep fake thing, even though at first I was angry.
It's a perfect length for you to go in there and do your business, I've noticed.
Pee?
Yeah.
Piss?
I think I need to add like another minute or so of belches to the Fat Punisher album.
Now listen, that needs to happen. We need to make two or three Christmas songs.
Already working on it.
All right.
Already working on it.
Yeah. And I want we're going to do the Rod Sterling and a green screen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
We have to do that. That would be
Oh, yeah. I got to dress up in my suit. I'm going to film it in black and white. You know,
Yeah.
it'd be very classy.
Perfect.
Imagine a world where you have a 99.97% chance of not shitting your pants. But you have to wear a diaper so your neighbor doesn't shit his pants.
So stupid.
Welcome to the Twilight Zone.
But it's so true.
It is.
Unbelievable.
Jail. Look who's prepping now. To clarify, I am a wheat wife of 11 years. No way a strong whammon. Just want tips to harness or to turn off fear for Second Amendment time, if possible. Hashtag FJB.
Okay.
Let's go, Brandon.
All right. Listen, the way you defeat terror and fear, especially when facing violence, is you need to practice until those actions become second nature. Because then they're not short-circuited by fear and terror.
Yeah.
You won't lock up. You'll literally go into muscle memory, and you won't. I've talked to guys that didn't remember shit until all said and done, and then all I hear was like, all I could hear was you yelling in my ear, "Why are you not shooting?" I'm serious. I had a couple soldiers tell me that were in legitimate, like serious, protracted gunfights in Iraq.
Yeah.
And Afghanistan. I was never in Afghanistan. I'm just saying that. I trained guys who went there to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I had a couple come back and like, yeah, that's fucking crazy, man.
Word.
All I heard was you in my ear screaming, "Why are you not shooting?" as I'm firing the 50 cal.
Yep.
But I'm shooting, Sergeant. And I'm like 4,000 miles away. I'm sleeping in my bed.
Well, yeah, because it's not that you're not feeling fear. It's that you have learned to fight through it anyway.
I would say so. And here's another good story. I know I'm burning up a lot of time, but I had a former soldier of mine call me while they had Saddam Hussein's sons cordoned,
Oh, yeah?
and there was like this huge gunfight in the background. This guy used to be an E4 in my unit. He was in my platoon. He got commissioned. Calls me on his satellite phone in the middle of this operation to tell me what's going on. I'm like, dude, you got shit to do. Why are you calling me, man?
What are you doing?
You're managing troops in battle. Come on. I thought I was highly honored when that happened.
That's hilarious. Oh, shit. Just before I forget, we're going to move on to the next super chat here. But as always, at the end of this stream, there will be links to all of the sources on Redonkulas.com. Just go to Redonkulas.com, click videos. You can even narrow down Grunt Speak Live by category. Check them out. Always check our receipts. Do not take our word for it. We're not the media. We're not trying to tell you how to think.
That's absolutely correct. We just bring you the facts and tell you the truth.
Yep. Edwin Sparks, the Loudoun County Board lied their butts off and should be held accountable in criminal court for the second rapé.
I'm going to be honest. I want to see them all lined up and have their asses kicked.
Well, they're accessories to a sexual assault at this point.
They are.
Ugh. Fuck those people. Fuck them in the asshole with a big rubber dick. And break it off and beat them with the rest of it. Digital Demonic Davros, what time is Space Ghost on? Space Ghost is always on.
Yeah, well, it's somewhere after 34D.
Oh, look at that. It's 1:30 kiss my ass and 1:15 to suck my dick. Check it out. Channel 1-800-DUMB. Love to Papa and Blakey and straws.
Ah! Bested.
Bastard.
9 by 23. The liberals in Northern Virginia forget the rest of Virginia is like Texas. It wouldn't have gotten this far in southwestern Virginia where I live. Wait, there's a lot of
Listen.
two-way sanctuary cities in Virginia.
Well, what's going to happen is you're going to see more of these police quit, and you're going to see more craziness happening, and then you're going to see the civilian population rise up, and those people who want to, enforce their craziness are going to find out exactly what that really means.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't happen, but my gut's telling me it is.
Edwin Sparks. Hey, Blake, you and Popp should go into ADE, antibody dependent enhancement on alt tech. It is quite interesting given what is happening currently. It's not on the list for tonight, but we can definitely talk about it another time.
Yeah, send us an email, redonkulas12gmail.com, so we don't forget it.
Billy Von Baum just had a super chat popped up by Blake. I guess Popp didn't like the vid I made for your pee breaks. Honestly, I watched it. Both of us got a chuckle on it. We just flat out forgot about it because I'm so damn busy. So
We'll put it in the mix-up.
Yeah, shoot it to me again, redonkulasblake@gmail.com. I will add it to the mix and see. We'll try to gauge its length and see, if
it works
Pop's got
out.
like full-fleshed piss break and needs the deep fake or something shorter.
Yeah, a full-fledged piss break, smoke break,
Yep.
eat lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 by 23. The liberals also forget Virginia is the 5th most heavily armed state per capita. 91 of 95 counties are 2A sanctuaries.
Listen, every single county that has a sheriff, you need to go. That sheriff needs to go deputize all of his veterans in his county, put them on a list, because you're going to need those people when shit goes south.
Oh, yeah?
Because I know lots of veterans, if shit gets really bad, they'll show up.
Mm-hmm.
They will show up.
I mean, I'm sure that there's a list of dudes who, if they called you right now, you'd be like, all right, what time you want me there?
And I've done that quite a few times.
Yep. Thor Gustafson, incendiary plus liberal equals flaming liberal. You can make them yourself. It's easy and fun.
Yeah, you just tell them the truth and they freak out.
Yep.
What?
Just watch them explode.
Yep.
One of my buddies is in the chat. She says, yo, Rachel.
All right.
Evil Zombie Toe with a $10 donation. I just tried to type out that quote saying that war is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. YouTube wouldn't let me send it. Maybe it's just me, but holy balder, that's terrifying.
Yeah, listen, YouTube is becoming a horrific censorship machine.
Yep.
So if you don't have an account on an alt tech, or if you aren't a paying member, you should probably do that.
Yeah, because at the rate that they're censoring shit, sooner or later, there's going to be individual words that will tank entire channels.
Yep.
It's only a matter of time. AFA says, thanks for the UK story. Reminded him to take the broad spectrum prophylactic. Oh, that's nasty.
Look,
I
man,
don't want to know, man.
I had a serious shit when you start having huge sores on your junk. Fuck that.
Gene Delco. Blake, what's the song in the deep fake? It's called Piccolo and a Cane by Technoaxe. Teknoaxe. Search for him on YouTube. All of his stuff is Creative Commons license, so you can use it without, as long as you credit him. And that's why we use it in virtually all of our videos. He makes good stuff, and he puts out new songs, I think, twice a week.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's very, very creative, works very well, very prolific. Edwin Sparks, Baldwin should get criminal charges. He was executive producer, so he was in charge of hiring the armorer and should have been aware of issues. Yes.
Yeah. It's 100% his fault.
Yep. The buck stops here, as Biden is, fond of saying as he points fingers at every single other person. Glenn Patrick Elker. The lefties believe they are the Rebel Alliance, except they follow the media, follow the government, and follow big tech. Do they not see they are the empire and are led by a hidden dark lord? Except the dark lord ain't so hidden anymore.
Well, the person pulling the strings, we don't know who that is yet.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yep.
People have their theories. They always usually resort to one specific boogeyman. Whether or not he's behind everything, don't know, don't care. They all got to go. What do we got here? I paid us over on MGTOW.tv, not for you, Lube. We the people need to storm and search the offices and residence of these politicians.
Yep.
Get some hackers to search their computers to see what they're up to.
Absolutely correct.
And when we find out they are traitors, act accordingly. Or we do what George Carlin suggested for the death penalty. That will dissuade anyone from following in their steps.
As long as they're rightfully convicted and there's evidence, I have no problem with that.
Arrow Shogun, I kid you not, back in 1998, I went to church with my parents and an evangelist prophesied that there would be a new STD in the future that eats your flesh, causing women's tits to rot and explode like pimples and men's balls to split open. I wonder if this is it. If so, I'm never fornicating again because to hell with that. And to the incels, trust me, virginity is very underrated.
God, that's horrible. Balls explode. Ah!
I mean, that sounds like, proselytizing horse shit, but hey, it's here now. Just saying.
Listen, there's some serious shit going on, bro. That ain't cool.
Iapetus, a rapace suspect named Fiston. It's like having a male porn star named Richard Fitzwell. Kiro Ninja 00, hey, Pop and Blake, these women who say they don't need a man will be the first thing that men will be finally removing off their backs when the shit hits the fan. The Bear Grylls Island man versus woman test is proof that the majority of women in the West cannot survive on their own. I've got the popcorn ready.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
Look at every, media company or corporation that has ever tried to go all women. They don't survive very long. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
It is true. And women don't like working for other women.
I've noticed that
They're
too.
catty, petty bitches.
You don't want to complain about your boyfriend? Oh, well, then we can't be friends. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's all we do during lunch. So if you don't do that, you just need to go over there because happiness has no place in this place where imagination and happiness go to die.
Yeah, when I was doing mortgages, I had 2 or 3 female processors that, did all the paperwork.
Yeah.
And they liked working underneath me because I was fair and I told them what I needed and there was no questions.
Working underneath you, but not underneath you.
No, none of that hanky-panky.
No
I mean,
shitting where you eat.
No, no, certainly not.
Just making sure.
Hey, that's not going to happen.
Patriot of the West, Susan Tube wouldn't let me send this in the U.S. It's redneck in Aus. It's bogan in the U.K. It's shav. Riggs! What? In the U.S. it's redneck. In Australia it's bogan. In the U.K. it's shav. Okay. Or chav. Interesting. I don't know why Susan Tube wouldn't let you send that. That doesn't make any sense. Iapetus, hey, Pop, when do you think the administrative violence video will be got
Oh, God, I hope it's done by the beginning of winter.
Yeah, we're hoping by, winter, first of the year at the very latest.
Well, we got to clear up your schedule.
It's going to be happening.
Yeah.
We'll get some time in here. Triggers McNickers has been helping out a lot, and I appreciate it. Once we get ahead of the game here, we're going to try to shoot the bulk of it. Also, what happened to the military stories videos? I think you told them all.
I told most. The thing is I remember some of them from time to time, but the ones I told are the ones I remember on a regular basis.
Okay.
I mean, 33 years, there's so many stories there.
Well, if something pops up, no pun intended, you can always just write it down in the brain, make sure you do a layer on it.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right. Crimson Hawk with a $20 donation. Thank you very much. Reminder, the Civil War in Ireland has gone on for 100 years.
Yes, it has.
True story.
Technically, it's over, but, you never know. We'll see.
Krusty Dog with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. Great show, gents. Got to run for the night. Have a great Halloween. Looking forward to the holiday burping video. It's going to happen.
All right.
And this Thursday is going to be an AMA stream. I think we're just going to open the floor to you guys in Super Chats and do a stream on Nightmare Fuel.
Okay.
It may not be at 8 p.m., trying to figure out exactly what's going on with the family business and stuff like that. We may do a stream earlier in the day, so you people over in Switzerland, Denmark, and Europe.
You're talking on Tuesday?
Thursday. It's coming Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
It's a Thursday before Halloween. What a perfect time to do some Nightmare Fuel.
Okay.
We'll have to dress you up in costume.
I could tell some paranormal stories.
Yeah. Well, you've got a whole list of Nightmare Fuel in the brain.
Fuck yeah.
I know, I've got mine. Bring your Nightmare Fuel on Thursday.
And that new VD is going in there.
Oh, God. I don't even want to get into that. Francois Lachatain over on Odyssey. Oh, Gesundheit, Herr Kleiner. What a friend of mine who did his military service in the French Air Force once clearly explained, and might I add quite sternly to me, is that you never ever point a gun at anyone, even if you are certain that it is not loaded and only mean to be joking.
That's a good rule of thumb, yeah.
Yeah. Solo Nights. When I first saw Rachel Levine's promotion, my first thought was if the military needed suicide rate, needed reinforcements. Ouch.
Ooh.
Shovel Monkey, Coke and Pepsi used to come in glass bottles, which were recycled.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, that's false goddamn advertising. Have you ever gone to the movie theater and they show the glass bottle?
Oh, yeah.
They're polar bears and it looks so tasty. And then you go to the lobby and they give you a fucking nasty plastic bottle. Bait and switch. It's a
Damn right.
lawsuit.
Mitchell Matt 21 over on RoxyTube wants to know, what about RoxyTube? Well, RoxyTube doesn't count active users, so thanks for watching and thanks for the thumbs up.
Yeah, thank you.
Just saying. All right. Looks we got a couple more chats over here on YouTube. One from Traveler4444. Thanks. Keep it up. Also, I'm retired LE. Can't stomach what's going on today.
Yeah, I'm in communication with a lot of law enforcement people.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, they send me a lot of inside information.
Good stuff. We'll have to do a layer on that sometime.
Yeah. Listen, I like the police. They have a critical role. But I'll be honest, there's been a lot of abuse of power in the past 30 years, a lot of mission creep. Some things need to get reworked.
Yep.
That immunity shit, to an extent that is necessary, but it is abused.
Yeah, without a doubt. When you got 5 governors basically committing genocide, not one of them is going to see a day in jail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
CG Roberts, Rumble bought locals today. Oh. Nikon or Canon, Blake? Neither. Sony. Travis Wolf, hey, is Popp solo live streams on Alt Tech? No, they are for Subscribestar, Patreon, and locals supporters only. They are not on New Tech. But we're about to go to New Tech, so I will start putting links to the New Tech platforms in the chat as we head out here. Enjoy Jeffrey Paul's latest opus. I love this fucking song, and it's really great for going and taking a piss. So we'll see you on New Tech shortly, where we're going to be talking about some forbidden subjects like Fauci. Bless you. And we're going to show you some of that film your Marxist professor stuff that is a little too spicy for me, too.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
See you there shortly.
I'm going to start drinking now.
Yes.